Years of religious study are just a click away. Get ordained now and perform weddings, funerals, get the best parking spaces, comfort horny widows, scare children, cast curses, absolve sins, and make people feel better about their life by quoting from any one of a dozen of hocus-pocus old texts. And get in free to any sporting event you want. Just tell them that you'll pray harder for them to win because you've got a direct line to the deity. Minister in minutes. Get ordained today. Chet Kavanaugh here for the Atheist Society.
Oh my God. Let's do the intro. Jesus Christ.
Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access, if you are still knocking about.
I'm Rob Morris, and you're watching Waymo? Waymo's messing up my shot now? God. I'm Rob Morris, this is the real Los Santos, and you're really watching Vinewood Public Access.
Oh, Jesus. God in heaven. Welcome to Vinewood Public Access. Holy shit, we finally got it going. This truly could not be more in universe. It's probably too loud. Let me bring it down. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated. This really is a public access studio. We really are an underfunded, underrated, overqualified, absolute disaster. That's what we are at Vinewood Public Access. But we are the #1 fan-created GTA talk radio station. We are that. We are back at it like a crack addict. Oh my God, I got my tea. I need some tea. And some H and some C. My God. Oh my God. Boredom. My first stream. Is it your first time joining us, buddy? Boredom. Settle in. You're very welcome here, Boredom, because this is Vinewood Public Access and we're late night GTA talk radio. We're live from Vinewood, baby. I don't know if you can see it out my window, but we're really in the real Vinewood. And in all seriousness, I actually live in Los Angeles, so it's pretty legitimate, baby. OBS is messed up. OBS was messed up today. I think it's my Stream Elements plugin. Who cares? Nerd shit. Nobody cares. Okay? Let me ask you this. If you're in the chat, say what's up. It's a surprise stream. You know, we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's our guaranteed schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, folks. But we've been doing it a lot more often than that. We did one last night. We're doing one tonight. We're having a little bit of regularity. I think the live stream is where Vinewood Public Access really thrives. You know? I think this is where we're at our best. This is where we're doing the thing that makes us what we are. We're the #1 GTA talk radio station in universe. It's the only one. Yo, what up, everybody? Dropping it in the chat. What's up? What's up? We got Blind Fury. We got John K. We got YIY. Is that how you say it? Or am I supposed to say yeet? We got AK J-Dub. What's up, baby? John K. Blind Fury. These are some OGs. You guys are here at the beginning. You're starting from the bottom before we're there. Before we're at the top, you know? We are headed up. We're at 940 subscribers. If you're new to this channel, here's something that I want you to understand is the scope of what we're doing. We have been doing YouTube for Vinewood Public Access since the spring. But we just started this whole live stream situation like a month ago. Less than that. You know what I'm saying? That math, it's pretty bananas. And the subscribers have doubled, you know? We're on our way. We're doing our thing. We're the only GTA talk radio station of its kind. Because not only do we do this live stream business, right? Not only are we a live stream radio station, but we're also an in-game radio station. So there's, like 2,000? Is this like 2 hours of the in-game talk radio where I play Tommy Singles, the host of VPA, not VPA Live, but the Vinewood Public Access in the game. AKJ Dub getting closer to 1,000 assholes every day. You know what it is. You know what it is. Hayden says blessed with more streams. Stream Elements bots running in the chat. Hey, Stream Elements, thanks for taking up a big stupid amount of my screen with your stupid chat. Get out of here. You ruined my OBS today, man. It cost me 15 minutes of hanging in the studio with my boys, with my girls, with my ladies and my gents. Fuck are you, Stream Elements? Tonight you're on my shit list. Tonight you're not an asshole, Because here at Vinewood Public Access, asshole is a compliment, okay? It's a goodwill for the people. What are you guys up to tonight? What are you guys up to tonight? What were you getting into? And you stopped what you were doing to drop in on Vinewood. What did I steal you from? What time is it where you are? What is the feeling in your heart that brought you to YouTube and then to fucking this in-game radio station? I haven't even gotten to what we're going to talk about tonight. I have topics planned. I'm actually a pretty talented radio host. A lot of people don't know, but I do know what I'm doing over here. It's not my first go round. Okay? You're allowed to sip tea if you have a public access, public radio kind of vibe. Those are the rules. John K says getting high, but I didn't stop what I was doing. Ayo, welcome to the party, pal. Let's go. Get it up, pack it in. Boredom, currently in prison right now. LOL. Colorado, CO. CO, you're a corrections officer. His YouTube handle is Boredom, and he's a corrections officer. If I'm doing the math, I think that's a pretty good sign. If this guy's a CO working in a prison, and he's bored, that's great, right? Because that means it's chill. Let's hope that means it's chill, folks. Blind Fury, nearly 7 a.m. and you stole me from GTA Online and talking to the GOAT. Easy does it. Oh, well, you don't have to abandon GTA Online and be with Vinewood Public Access, baby. Vinewood Public Access exists for enjoying while you play GTA Online. There is no better activity to accompany the sound of my voice than playing GTA Online. That's what you got to do. It says Vinewood right here next to my fucking face. All right, let's see. Chilling around, finishing GTA 4 for the millionth time. It's about 12:38 a.m. and the notification brought me here. That's what I'm talking about with the notifications. If you're just joining us, oh, got a little hero thrown in there. Hero, easy does it. Was that a subscriber? Was that a subscriber we just got? I heard a hero. I think that's what happens when somebody subscribes. I don't have the bot turned on for the sub thing. Let's check. How many assholes, everybody? Are we at 941? Let's go, 941. I got a Magna Doodle downstairs. Counting it down. I gotta go down there and change it to 59. What's up, assholes? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, the new episode of GTA Tonight is out. Get out of the stream. Go watch the video. It is 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Watch it all the way through. Throw a like, throw a comment, and help me out. I'm trying to get this new concept off the ground. It's a little highbrow for the GTA news community. All right? GTA news is mostly just flashy stock footage and gameplay and somebody reading a script. And I'm doing something a little more complex. I'm doing something a little more highbrow, okay? I really got into it this time. But I've decided to pare down GTA Tonight to just the monologue and comedy bits for now and just do the news. The longer segments, like I did in the first episode of GTA Tonight, I did a whole deep dive on the union busting conversation. I'm going to save that just for separate videos. I think it works better on the platform that way. AKJ said, I'll be back in about 4 minutes and 23 seconds in that case. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Please do. Go check it out. And tell me what you think. If you watched the new episode of GTA Tonight, it's only 4 minutes and 23 seconds. If you haven't watched it, go watch it real quick and come back. I'm going to be here. Okay? If you have watched it, I want you to tell me what your favorite part of it was, because I got a bunch of different kind of ideas I'm trying out in this show. And the people who are here early for Vinewood Public Access, you motherfuckers are going to get to decide how this show gets shaped. You're my early test audience. You're the sharpest minds in my drawer. So I got to get your take on it. Got to know what you think. But GTA Tonight is it's my take on a GTA news show. A lot of people have one. That's the one that I'm doing. The streams are really for discussion. We're here to get into it. I feel like, did I miss somebody? Easy Does It says, BRB, gonna go check it out right now. Hey, you come right back, buddy. Come right on back, Easy Does It. Blind Fury said my favorite part was between 0 and 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, here's the deal, Blind Fury. And let me tell you this. Let me say this to a whole host of people if you're listening. I appreciate the love. Okay, I appreciate the kindness. But I could use a little more fury. Right now you're like blind kindness XXV. Because you say the whole thing was perfect. It wasn't perfect. I'm still figuring this out. It's not great yet. Nothing's great when it's new. Let me explain something to you guys. Welcome to Vinewood Public Access, and here's a fucking lesson in how to make stuff. Nothing that you make that you've never made before is going to be good at the beginning. You're not going to be great at it to start. That's not how it works. It's just not possible. And if you are, then you're like a prodigy. And a prodigy is going to end up getting way better eventually. Like even they are going to look back at when they started and be like, I was terrible. So, that's the thing about trying to get these side projects kind of figured out. You got to figure out the vibe. So let me know what you think about GTA Tonight. I'm going to keep working on it. I already recorded the full segment, the deep dive, the main story, whatever you want to call it. I already recorded it. I've cut most of it together, but I haven't gotten hypervisual on it yet. I'm going to do that a little later this week. But it's an evergreen video. It's a good video about how every single GTA story is the same. And so is Red Dead Redemption. And so are all the movies that they're based on. Because there's a really basic kind of plot situation that I wanted to break down as it exists in the Rockstar canon. They use the same plot devices over and over. It's the same thing every time. And if you look at it through a certain lens, you'll see the repetition and the themes. Now, if you don't want to notice this, because you want to kind of be blind, if you will, you're welcome to. But if you want to crack the code of storytelling and understand it in a totally different way, and I don't mean in a YouTube storytelling kind of way where you're like, what you need to do is create an open loop in your mind of the, yeah, some of that's true. But I'm talking about something way simpler than that. I'm talking about you take a likable guy, you get him stuck up a tree, You throw rocks at him, you get him down out of the tree. That's every story that's good. Unless it's weird and it breaks those rules, which, you know, art does that sometimes. It breaks the rules, and exceptions kind of prove the rules. So those are the rare things. Sometimes it doesn't follow it. But every movie, every TV show that you really like is about a likable guy getting stuck up a tree, someone's throwing rocks at him, and then you got to get him down out of the tree. Because, and it is a metaphor, of course, obviously. But that's the whole situation. The likable part is very important. If your protagonist is too much of a piece of shit, you won't care what happens to him. You'll almost like root for them to lose. And those are really bad stories. You gotta kind of want them to win. Otherwise, what are you watching? What the fuck is this story if you don't even want the guy to win? So you just like keep hoping that something bad happens to him for a long time, and then what? It either does or doesn't? Neither one of them is going to be super satisfying. No way. Not bad for a surprise stream, especially a stream where everybody left for 4.5 minutes to go watch a video that I told them to watch. Oh boy. Monday night. I was supposed to go see a film screening tonight. You know, I'm in the Writers Guild of America, and they every now and then they'll send you an email and be like, hey, you got a movie coming out. You can go check it out. For free, you know. All you got to do is let us know you're coming. And I was going to go. Me and my wife, we were going to go. But it's raining. It's raining in Los Santos tonight. You can't see it out through the window. But it really is coming down. And my wife had a long day at work. You know, I had a day at work myself. I was working on the GTA tonight. LS Live Radio says quiet night in Los Santos. What's going on, buddy? Hey, I was just telling everybody my most recent video. If you could go check it out, I got a new series I'm working on called GTA Tonight. So if you haven't already, please do. Please do go check that out. It's a new project that I'm working on. I am interested in your feedback. Also, LS Live Radio, Luca Bailey, I owe you a recording, buddy. I have not forgotten about you. I will absolutely send that out because those of you who are fans of LS Live Radio, let me tell you a little bit about LS Live Radio because I think we basically wrapped up the story thing. We can come back to that. LS Live Radio, I always like to talk about on the stream because Luca Bailey has his own radio station over there. Used to be called Unit 51 FM if you were you know what I mean, following him back in the day. By back in the day I mean earlier this year. He switched it to LS Live Radio, which I think is smart because if you think about it this way, Unit 51 FM, that could be anything. I think, you know, it was based on the storage unit he was broadcasting out of, which was a fun kind of story element to have that going on. But frankly, he made a right move with LS Live Radio because now he's got something LS, Los Santos. He's got something in universe in his title. Not that it's required. In fact, if you look at most creators in the GTA space, the really big ones don't limit themselves to GTA in the title of their channel. You know, TGG, Sav, McTannen, these are all identities that are not tied necessarily to the game, even though that's primarily what they focus on. But, you know, that's why I got two things going. I'm one of the rare people that says, hey, I'm Rob Morris, and you're on Vinewood Public Access because I'm old school. People call me VPA sometimes if I show up in chats and stuff like that, but man, my name's Rob, and I got no problem with everybody just saying, hey, that's Rob, call me Rob, you know, that's what it is. Not bullshitting each other over here. If you're just joining us, you're on Vinewood Public Access, the #1 fan-created GTA talk radio station. Let's go over some of this chat. Looks like a bunch of cats went over and checked out GTA Tonight, the video I posted earlier. So let me take a look at some of these reviews. Get my tea. Get some tea left. We got a little tea left. Okay. Blind Fury said 9 out of 10 comedy. Intro 9 out of 10, comedy 8 out of 10. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. AKJ Dub says, I like it. It's unique. Obvious that a lot more care was put into it than an average GTA talk video. I appreciate that. Easy Does It said that was mad entertaining, but there's one thing that caught my attention. Ain't no way you're 37. It's true. That's why I put it in that's why I put it in there. Actually, apparently I'm 37. It's true. Boredom said it did feel like a news story, especially the way that you talked. Pretty good. Appreciate that. I think the Red Dead Redemption thing could have been talked about a small but longer. Well, which one? A small but longer? We love LS Live Radio. LS Live Radio, exactly. Will you change your name? If I ever go on the round table, I hope Sav asked me, this is my band question, and I'll explain that in a second. I'm going to get to you, Boredom. I'm going to pin your shit. Can I do that on this? Probably not. I'm running OBS in safe mode now, so it'll just get out. Maybe I can pin it over here. Let's see. Where you at, Boredom? Yeah. This one, so I don't forget it. Small but longer. Sorry. Talked about small but longer. I still don't understand small but longer. To me, small means less. Tell me what you mean by that. John K says, what are you saying in your intro? What's blocking your shot? I don't quite get it. But what's blocking my shot? Oh, Waymo is what I'm saying. In Los Angeles and some cities, there are these cars that drive around with no people in them. And right as I was recording my intro, an actual Waymo went by in front of me and blew my shot that I was trying to get when I was saying a line. So I just kept it in because I thought it was funny because it really happened. So that's what happened, John K. Hayden said, all right, I'm back in the chat. Want to watch the 3rd episode of Pluribus. Vince Gilligan is 3 for 3. What a banger. Went to go watch the 3rd episode. Oh, got it. Got it, Hayden. Oh, well, yeah, man, I've heard good stuff about that show. Vince Gilligan's the man. Small but longer. Sorry, I had to type fast. A little longer. Oh, you wanted me to just talk about Red Dead for longer. Like, say more about what we can expect from the game and stuff like that. I see what you mean. John K says that's dystopian. I mean, yeah, you're talking about the Waymo thing? Yeah, for sure. And it's weird. Hayden, yeah, we don't get Waymos in Alabama. Yeah, I believe that, man. Yeah, the Waymo thing is weird. My wife is very anti-Waymo. I'm very middle of the road about it. Not as middle of the road as I was when the fucking thing ruined my shot. So, not a fan of that. Welcome to Vinewood Public Access, everybody. You're tuned in. It's a late night. It's 11 o'clock where I am on the West Coast. And we are soaking in the vibes. Kevin really screwed us up at the beginning, as he always does, because he's a useless piece of shit. And blew the first 15 minutes of the stream because Kevin is a sad and lonely boy who needs to get his life together. If I had anyone else I could work with other than Kevin, I would. Literally anyone else. If any one of the people who listens to this station wanted to come into the studio and do Kevin's job, please save me. My God. Dano in the chat. What's up, Dano? Dano, don't you know it? Dano, we're in love. Dano, don't you know it? Oh, Dano, don't you know we're in love? Not everybody gets a song, Dano. You're welcome. If that's not how you say your name, it's a drag. Easy Does It says they don't have them where I'm from, but I think there's Waymo in LA. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, I see what you did. There's Waymo here. Oh, you're not wrong. Easy does it, buddy. Easy does it. I don't think Waymo would last here in Scotland. I don't know if we have that or similar, but nah. That'd be done within an hour. Yeah, I hear that. Love the vid, especially the Outcast shirt. Oh, appreciate you, Luca. Yeah, it's good shit, right? I love that shirt. It's too big on me. I bought it when I was a bigger dude. And I'm a smaller dude now. So it's kind of a big shirt on me, but I'll fuck with that shit. I really like it. Let's talk GTA, man. I appreciate all of this. Let's get into it. I want to talk about something very specific because I want to be making a video on this, okay? I want to talk about Lucia. All right? Lucia Caminos. She's our protagonist, one of two, in the new Grand Theft Auto 6 game that's going to come out sometime within the next 5 or 6 years. So, Lucia Caminos. Think about that name for a second. She's Latina. Caminos. Lucia. 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 Talk about how she's from Liberty City, right? Her family's in Liberty City. What do you guys think about this Luis Lopez family theory? Ballad of Gay Tony. Protagonist Luis Lopez. Lucia's related to him or no? What's up? Let's mix it up. What do we think? Lucia Caminos. Luis Lopez. What do we think? I want you to drop it. Drop it in the chat while I answer Boredom's question from earlier. Will I change my name from VPA to VCPA when GTA 6 comes out? I get this question all the time. Oh my God, I get this question all the time. I don't know. I don't know. How about I raise you, okay? I'll see your question and I'll raise you. Is it coming out? Is it fucking coming out? Boredom corrections officer? Is it coming out? How about this? How about they release the fucking game and then I'll tell you whether or not I'm going to change it to Vice City Public Access, okay? How about I get to see Vice City? How about I get to see Vice City with my fucking eyes? Walk around in Vice City. Then I'll tell you whether or not I'm going to base a radio station there. I've never even been there, man. I went there in the 80s in another universe. It doesn't even count, bro. Let me tell you something. I don't have an answer to that. I need them to tell me. So we're going to see about that. We're going to see about that, Boredom. We're so close to 1,000 subs, everybody. If you're not telling your friends, your family, your mom and your grandma, your brother, your sister, your aunt, uncles, and dogs, and orthodontist's third parakeet twice removed about Vinewood Public Access, you're going to sound dumb later. Later, this is going to be a huge thing. And everybody's going to be like, hey, have you heard of this? And you're going to be like, oh man, I was there when it first started. And they're going to be like, that's a cool thing to say now, bro. And you're going to be like, no, it's true. But you won't be able to prove it because you should have said that shit back when it was new information. Okay? That's good fucking tea. This is my Comedy Central mug. I got it from when I worked there. I'm an American screenwriter and TV producer, and I used to work at Comedy Central back in the day. Comedy Central, ironically, is one of the only places I've ever worked where the NDA that I signed was like mild. They don't really give a shit about me saying that I worked there. Doesn't bother them. Almost everywhere else I've worked, they're like, don't you ever fucking talk about this shit ever. Ever. Don't talk about it. Your job is a secret with us. It's like working with Men in Black, man. Oh, I can see my concurrent viewers over here. We got 13 S-hosts kicking around, which I do appreciate. No, my grandma doesn't like your show. She only listens to classy radio stations like West Coast Classics Radio, Los Santos. She gets down for real. All right, listen, John K. Okay. No. Stop this. Stop the music. Shut up. Kevin, shut up. John K., did you just infer that Vinewood Public Access is not the classiest shit on earth? You understand? We may be... Okay. Listen up, buddy. Listen up, kid. John K., if that is in fact your real name, because that sounds made up. John. Let's call him John. Okay? God. Class? You want to hear something about class? Let me give you a master class on class for your ass. Okay? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing that you need to understand about the business that I'm in. Okay? First of all, these are blue blocker sunglasses. Okay? Second of all, I'm 37 years old and look at how full my head of hair is. Okay? Do you think that I would be able to accomplish this whole thing without class? Can I give you a piece of advice, John K., if that is in fact your real name? Tell your grandmother. Are you listening to me? You tell your grandma that she can eat it. That she can eat it, dude. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's where I'm coming from. My God. Your grandma. Get your grandma out of here, John. I'm over here trying to talk about Grand Theft Auto, your classless grandmother. My God. My God. Did you work with Kill Tony? I've met Tony Hinchcliffe. I've met Tony Hinchcliffe before. Very briefly, twice. I think twice. I used to run a comedy club in Austin, Texas, back in the pandemic days. And let's see. It wasn't a long exchange. I never worked on Kill Tony, like the show. I was living in LA when that show was at the Comedy Store, and I knew people who went on Kill Tony many times. I was a comedian at the time myself. And then later I moved very temporarily to Austin to do this comedy project thing. It kind of spiraled out of control into a much bigger project that I didn't mean it to, kind of like this. And yeah, Tony ended up playing the club, I think twice. And I met him in the green room very briefly. It was a fine interaction. He was a perfectly kind guy. He was a kind man. I enjoyed him. Tony Hinchcliffe, he's a smart cookie. He's a tough cookie. He's a cookie monster. Do you know Cam Patterson? Not personally. I don't personally know Cam Patterson. Sergeant Dokes is Hayden, but I just can't prove it. That's fun. Hayden said, I know your wife took you to the fountain of youth, but I just can't prove it. Well, my wife is Korean, and they don't age much. And I do have sex with her. So it's probably that, if I had to guess. Also, I make a regular habit every day of taking vitamins that are both in the shape of and made of the ectoplasm from Paul Rudd. So they distill Paul Rudd's ectoplasm from his aura and press it into little shapes like the Flintstones, but they're little Paul Rudds. And there's like his different characters in different colors and flavors. And I take those and then I don't even have any makeup on. You see what I'm saying? It's a very intense thing over here. Hey, Tony's so funny. Been watching his stand-up for a long time. I meet Pauly Shore in New York City a couple months ago. I got some mixed feelings about Pauly Shore. That's not really what this radio station's about, but I got mixed feelings about it. They say don't meet your heroes. I feel like I'm very glad I've never met him because I loved him as a kid and I've heard some stories. I almost booked him at the club, or at least I should say I almost reached out to book him for my comedy club back in the day. And some people were like, don't do that. That's not why I ended up not doing that, because I was going to do it anyway. But, yeah, Pauly Shore. I like Pauly Shore. Asian don't raisin. So true, man. So absolutely true. And we all win. Avocado toast, I'm sure. I don't know that I get that reference. Do I get that reference? That's good tea, man. That's good tea. If you're just joining us, lucky you. Lucky you. Welcome to the #1 GTA talk radio station of all time. It's the only one like it. Let's get a little music going back here, man. I had to bring it down to tell John's grandma to eat it. Let's bring it back up. Also, I want to make it clear that all of the music on Vinewood Public Access is, I hope you enjoyed that slurp, John K. That was for your grandma. That was all class. Man, you derailed me. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Slurp. Get out of here, jackass. I'm kidding. Don't go anywhere. We love you, man. We got 12 concurrent assholes knocking about, as they say. What's your diet in LA? I'm sure that helps your youthful glow. A little bit. I hope you like that slurp, baby. I'm a protein-based dude. I used to be an overweight guy. I think I mentioned that earlier. I struggled with weight for a long time, mostly in my youth and into my 20s. And then I just basically spent most of my 20s and into my 30s just being medium, you know, eating some junk, not really paying too much attention, try not to go crazy. And I was just kind of medium size with a little extra chunk on me, like a normal American person. And then I tore my meniscus and I had to get knee surgery. And I had to get my meniscus and my ACL repaired at the same time. And it was like a 9-month recovery period that was very intense. I had to go to physical therapy in the gym, and I had to do this shit all the time. So, I just ended up getting in better shape and eating better, and it was kind of a road to a new Rob, as they say. It really was a life-changing experience. I wouldn't recommend ACL surgery to anybody. It wasn't fun. I did not like it. But it turned my life around because basically the doctors scared the shit out of me. And they told me what they would tell anybody who had to get knee surgery, which was, you know, we're going to fix it. But if you don't take care of it, you're going to be right back here doing it all over again. And the recovery was wild. And I don't want to go through that again. So I'm trying to live any life I can where I don't have to go through that again, you know? Boredom said I'm back, had to dip for a minute. It's all right, Boredom. It's your first stream. Don't feel like you have to be stuck here with us, baby boy. Hayden said laid off that clucking bell. Man, I still absolutely have that clucking bell going, baby. Come on, don't even trip. Blind Fury says, EC, give me your stomach. Yo, Blind Fury, you want some Hannibal Lecter shit? You trying to chomp on some kidneys, boy? You trying to soak up some esophagus, brother? What you doing? Give me your stomach. You nasty bastard. Oh yeah, you know, you make a good point, Yeet. Said Boredom had to rough some people up. Boredom, you did dip out. What did you have to handle some business? Did shit get not boring all of a sudden? That's wild. That's wild. Oh, you know what? I need to fix a couple of settings over here on this stream because that's probably another reason why things are the way they are, because the game got reset. It doesn't even have GTA as the game. Which I guess we're not playing the game, but that's the universe I'm in right now, bitch. You know? And I'm saying I'm in the next universe, so you know what it is. There we go. Change is saved. Nah, I had to do a round. It's usually not too bad at night. Okay. So you go and do a round. And while you're doing the round, you can't be listening to headphones and shit because you're paying attention to the hallways and stuff. Now, this prison you work in, Boredom, let's get into this. Boredom work in a prison. Apparently, the new game, GTA 6, starts in a prison. So maybe Boredom can give us some inside info on what it's like inside the prison. Boredom, are you able to tell us where your prisoner is located? Leaf Blower, Tommy, glad to see you. Hope the mountain treats you well. Oh, Leaf Blower, you crazy bastard. Welcome into the chat, baby. Let's see. Boredom at a roast people sub. He's Batman. Man, he might be Batman. That would be wild. That would be really cool to find out that he's Batman. That sounded wrong saying that out loud. I should have said organs, not body parts. Yeah, for real. For real, though. You got to be careful. You got to be careful about that. Oh, I missed that part where you said your stomach doesn't like large portions. Okay, I got you. Tommy, glad to see you. Hope the mountain treats you well. Fantastic. It's in Ohio. I left my level 3 and went to a level 2, so it's not as chaotic where I'm at now. Okay. So you were at a level 3 and you went back down to a level 2. So what kind of people are at the level 2? What kind of people were at a level 3 prison? And then what kind of people were at a level 2 prison? And if someone was committing Grand Theft Auto and stealing shit, maybe robbing a convenience store or something like that, what kind of prison would that land you in, my brother? Would you be in a level 1 or a level 2? And is it possible to level up while you're in the prison? Because normally in our world, leveling up is a good thing. But I think it sounds like if you level up in prison, your shit gets worse. So I'm really not sure what to do with that. If you steal cars and shit, where are you gonna be? Oh man, what do we got going on over here? What is this? What is this mess? This looks like some spamalicious. Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna have to get up in this and moderate my own shit. We're already here. Scooch. Get out of here. You messing up. Now it's on my screen and shit. Get out of here. Oh, man. All right. Boredom said a bunch of words I'm not going to say out loud, but you can read it. Murderers who went down on good behavior. We have lifers, but not a lot. Most are getting out. Okay. Get mods, please. Yeah, I'm going to work on that, Blind Fury. I'm not used to having a lot of people here. And the Stream Elements bot is supposed to be catching stuff like that. So I don't have no mods going. You know what I mean? What I absolutely do need, though, is actual people to help me moderate this in the future. Right now, it's like, man, at most it's like 10, 15, maybe 40 people. I'm not too worried about it. I don't get a lot of bullshit right now. When it gets out of control, we'll make sure we take care of it. It's going to be all right. What's crazy is Boredom sincerely asked my question and used way more offensive language than the spammer, you know? Which I think is kind of ironic. That is what I asked. Boredom, how long you been doing this? How long you been a CO, brother? And did you do anything before that? Tell me about the boredom before the CO life. What was that about? What you think? Me and Easy Does It are good mods on other people's streams. There's a recommendation. Yeah, I mean, of course. Well, let's see. What about that, Blind Fury? What about that? John K. Here we go. Boredom. Oh, I didn't even think about that. My B, about a year and a half now. Oh, I don't remember what I asked, what you're responding to. Went straight from high school to a warehouse for a year and then straight to prison after that. It's so interesting the way you say you went to prison, because it does make you sound like an inmate. The shades are coming off. Yeah, I mean, I had to read this shit. Sometimes it's hard to read this stuff when it's little. John K said, I know I'm in the minority here, but I wouldn't like it if they went the GTA San Andreas route and force you to go to the gym and eat to stay healthy. I don't mind being able to, I just don't want to have to. I'm going to agree with you on that, brother, actually. I don't think we need to get overly RPG. It's GTA, it's an action game. We don't need to, it's not Red Dead Redemption. I don't think we need to take care of these people in the same way. It's not The Sims. You know what I mean? This ain't the fucking Sims. This is Grand Theft Auto, baby. That's where I'm at. Let's see. Again, it's harder to read when it's small. Easy Does It. Said, I'm a mod for 2 streamers, and you know both. This is my second stream, so I'm not expecting mod here. Not yet, anyway. LMAO. Appreciate the recommendation, though, bro. Easy Does It, man. We'll see. You know, we getting to know each other for sure. Blind Fury's just been, you know, the boy's been knocking about for a minute. I know he knows what it's up. And you guys, I know you both get the vouch from McT over 104.5 MCT, our sister station, our sister from another mister. What will be your first vehicle when you're entering when you get in GTA 6? I think the question is what's going to be even an option, because if we start like as Jason in the Keys, for example, I don't think you're going to have that many choices. I also, controversial, but I don't like to run too far from the beginning of the game in the beginning of the game. So let's say the first scene finishes and they let you loose to walk around. Where are you going? What are you doing? I've heard this question many times. I'm not a get in a vehicle and go far away guy. Know what I mean? I'm like an explore the area I'm in guy. There's so much. It's so dense. I want to know about that. So we'll see. We'll see about that. As far as first vehicle, I mean, I figure like if we're driving around in the Keys, like half the vehicles are going to be like golf carts and stuff like that. That's what the Keys is really like. So we'll see. We should be able to steal any vehicle, sure. I'll definitely be sticking around either way. Chill streams and entertaining vids are exactly my cup of tea. Easy does it. We're happy to serve you up a hot cup of tea. Unlike this one, which is absolutely not hot. Oh, Tordai in the chat. OG. We got the OG in the chat, everybody. One of the OGs, baby. Tordai. To do or to not to die. I don't know. I gotta come up with some clever shit for that. I don't know. I want to get in the car and go get my oil changed. Baby, you ain't gotta play GTA 6 to get your oil changed, if you know what I mean. Hayden, if you need your oil changed down in Alabama, you just find yourself, you know, whoever suits your persuasion. Get that oil changed, baby. You got to do it routinely. Don't wait for GTA 6. It's all about personal management. Oh, G's in here. Hey. I've got to freshen up my tea. All right. This is a nice, chill, surprise chat on a Monday night. I'm not mad about it. We got a good situation going on Vinewood Public Access. If you're just joining us, this is Vinewood Public Access, and we are the #1 fan-created GTA Tech radio station. You are tuned in, and you're one lucky son of a bitch, because you found the most underrated channel on YouTube that's focused on Grand Theft Auto. You're not going to find a better one. You're not. We'll always be underrated. And when we pass the big boys and we're at the millions of subscribers and we take over the goddamn world, you know, we'll still be underrated. Because that's who we are. That's Vinewood Public Access, baby. All right, let's take a quick ad break. We'll be back in a minute.
Hello, my friend. This is Ahmed from Nutbuster, Vespucci Beach's #1 falafel and sad feelings destination since '69. My mother once said, if you can't beat this season, add more seasoning. So we are proud, no, honored to introduce pumpkin spice everything. That's right, pumpkin spice falafel, pumpkin spice shawarma, pumpkin spice hummus, we even pumpkin spice napkin. You wipe your mouth, it smells like autumn in yoga studio. Mom worked very hard to perfect the recipe. Today she said, Ahmed, this tastes like a candle I would put in my mouth. So you know that it is good. And please, calm down and embrace your inner white woman. We talked and it is now okay again for you to come inside without a man. Treat yourself to a warm pumpkin spice nutbuster latte while you take pictures of it against the sunset. What is really spooky? Women with freedom. But this holiday season, even the ladies are busting nuts. Remember, no judgment, only joy, and maybe a little cinnamon on top. Nutbuster. Taste the nut. Fear the spice. Happy Halloween. Tell my mom I sent you.
Hungry? Of course you are. Come down to Spit Roasters Meat House in West Vinewood, where the portions are huge, the buns are warm, and you always leave satisfied. At Spit Roasters, we take our meats seriously. Whether you like it slow cooked, flame grilled, or just dripping in sauce, our staff is trained to handle it with care and both hands. Try our famous double stack meat tower. It's thick, it's juicy, and yes, it comes with extra napkins. And if you're feeling adventurous, ask about our backdoor special. It's not on the menu, but our chefs know exactly how to sneak it in. Spit Roasters Meat House. We don't judge your appetite, we just feed it.
Hello! My family has been serving Los Santos for years at Simon Ho Korean Noodle House, or as our big sign says, Eseho. People love Eseho. My family is so proud of our Eseho that we want everyone to experience. Our noodles are hot, our portions are huge, and once you get a taste of Eseho, you'll be coming back for more. Find Eseho at 3 locations in Little Seoul. Extra parking is always behind the S-hole.
I know personally I could put SO in my mouth just about any day of the week.
Man, this authentic asshole is the shit. That's my favorite thing. It reminds me of my hometown of Seoul, South Korea.
Simon Ho Korean Noodle House. When you're hungry, nothing hits the spot like a big bowl of S-ho.
You ever find yourself blackout drunk, emotionally repressed, and halfway through a story about your uncle's boat accident? You might already be at Shenanigans, the finest Irish pub in Los Santos, or at least the loudest. We got flat beer, warm whiskey, and a bartender named Sean, who's legally not allowed to make eye contact. Come in for trivia night, or just show up, scream into a pint glass, and call that therapy. Open 7 nights a week, closed every other Tuesday for fight and cleanup. Shenanigans. If you can spell it, you've had too few, brother.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Welcome back. I had to get a little hoodie. It's getting a little chilly. It's winter time in Vinewood, let me tell you. We only have 2 seasons here, summer and winter. Summer is like 11 months, 10 months of the year. Then for like 2.5 months, maybe we get a winter, and our winter is really just everyone else's autumn. Just a bunch of rain, and it's a little cooler. That's about it. Of course, we'll have 2 weeks of snow when the season comes. I'll have to make new footage for the window. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Vinewood Public Access, the #1 fan-created GTA talk radio station. I'm your host, Rob Morris, American screenwriter, TV producer, and host of the most underrated... this is interesting to me. Sorry, it caught my attention. Yangy, give me 1 second to read your text. Oh, sorry, I had to get some more tea. Okay, let's get into this. Yangy says, hey, I'm going to the Rockstar North protest later for more coverage on GTA base and was wondering if you had any questions related to the union busting for the devs. Do I have any questions for the devs that were fired from Rockstar for the union busting? I haven't heard if the specific claims of gross misconduct related to the leaking of information in the Discord, if any specificity to that was ever given. So let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? Rockstar claims, and Yangi, if you haven't already watched my union busting video, I'm assuming maybe you have, and so is that why you're asking me the question? But if you haven't, go watch. I made a video about this already, but thank you very much for the question. Rockstar / Take-Two Interactive, they claim that the firings were not because of union organizing, but they were because of gross misconduct. And that specific gross misconduct, as specific as they were, was that they shared classified information in the Discord or in the public forum, whatever, and that was a violation of their non-disclosure agreement or NDA. So, I sourced some of your coverage on it, Yangi. Oh, well, thank you very much. And if I did not give credit, will you please go back to that video and comment specifically, like the appropriate credit, and I will make sure to add that if it's not on there already. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember. So my question is really it's almost more for Rockstar, but I know they won't answer it. So what information are they accused of leaking? Has that been made clear? What is the argument? What did they leak? What is the thing they were fired for? And is their argument, we didn't leak anything. What the fuck are they talking about? And they didn't tell us what we leaked, so we don't know. That's what I'm kind of guessing. But we'll see. I'm sure I'm credited as GTA based. It's mostly footage. Yeah, fantastic. Well, if a credit is appropriate, please let me know and I will add it. Boredom says this will be the last snow in Los Santos. Copium, I know. Yeah, God, we should hope. We should hope. They didn't leak anything. What a lie. I don't know. We don't know. Tordai, you speak with such authority sometimes on things that we don't know. We simply don't know them. What the fuck is that? Oh. Okay, let's see. What else? What else? I skipped a few chats. Let me get back to it. Huge shout out to Blind Fury and Jamie Hexam for introducing me to this channel. By the way, it's criminally underrated. Easy does it. Thank you so much. And absolutely double, triple shout out for Blind Fury and Jamie Hexam. They are absolutely the boys. Let's see what else. Oh, love that you guys enjoyed the ads. I might be most proud of the ads on VPA. I think those are the things that I really have really put my time into trying to make fun and funny and punchy. They're all really long. They're like a minute long. Most ads are like 30 seconds. He says it hasn't been disclosed. If I'm assuming the leaking has to do with the company work conditions and indirect discussion on certain aspects of their work secrets. Yeah, see, here's the thing about union organizing and where the line falls, okay? And I'm in a union. I'm in the Writers Guild of America myself. So let me tell you how it actually works, okay? If you're talking about working conditions, you're covered. You're good. It's not against the rules to say, hey, I'm working on the map, okay? That's not leaking information to say that this game has a map, okay? It's a video game. It's an open world video game. Every game in the series has had a map. Most games have maps. It's normal to say I was working on the map, and they forced me to work hundreds of hours on this map, right? Forced me, or I'll get fired if I don't work overtime, and they don't pay me overtime, whatever. You can say that. What you can't say is I was working on the map 100 hours a week, and the border between Leonida and Gloriana has been such a problem that we can't get it figured out. Working on this map. Now you've blown a secret of the game. You can't do that. And you can't send the map like in the Discord and be like, you see, it was working on this section of it that got me fucked up. Like, you can't do that, man. That's not okay. And that's just how non-disclosure agreements work. Don't you think that I want to brag about the specific television shows that I've worked on? Don't you think I want to show screenshots of things I've done and accomplishments? I can't do that. I've signed NDAs that say I can't even say on the internet, frankly, I worked on this show. It's against the rules. And there's a bunch of reasons why, and I can't tell you that shit either. So I'm not going to. It's simple. And you never know. So NDAs are complicated. And what you say and what you can't say. Man. And they'll sue you. And then some of these NDAs, they'll put the number, the big scary number, right in the thing. In the contract. And so you're reading over the contract and it's like, we will, if anything gets out, sue you for $2.98 million. And you're like, Jesus God. Like money you could never even get if you tried. Question 4. It's been sometimes it takes to respond to this saying the 34 were fired for leaking confidential information. What do they clarify what specifically was leaked and when? Yeah, great way of publishing that. I appreciate it. And I'm assuming it was something along the lines of that, as I do think it's awful what Rockstar is doing. I am sure it was within their right to let them go. Yeah, because they're going to want to watch their ass. If it was clearly union organizing and that's all they did and they have no case, they can't. Man, they're just not, they're too big of a company and not stupid enough to just fire them. You know what I mean? They wouldn't. They have lawyers. They have people that would be like, you can't, we're going to be in so much trouble. You know what I mean? All right, Tordai. I think we're going a little hard on it. I think we don't know a lot. It's hard to take a really strong stance. You know what I mean? Jay Savage says, I don't understand why they wouldn't want you saying what you worked on. So odd to me, but I'll do my own research. Yeah, and Jay, some things you'll find in that research and some things aren't out there at all. Yeah, I can't even really explain it any further than that. Some TV shows don't care. Some TV shows do. I've worked on a lot of weird, different TV shows. And let me be clear about this. I'm a big fan of like scripted narrative, normal, like a Breaking Bad or The Office. Like, I'm a fan of these shows. I've never worked on a show like that. Like a huge smash hit, scripted comedy or drama that way. I've worked on a lot of weird, different kinds of TV shows. And if you look it up, you'll see that very clearly. I specialize in odd stuff. That's the most I can say. So I'm just going to put it like that. Tordai says, I don't like NDAs. Yeah, sometimes they're necessary, man. Sometimes that's what happens. Jay says, fair enough, VPA, by the way. I absolutely love your new intro. Hey, thanks. I like the new intro, too. I put Sav in there. I put Captain Glack in there. I put McTannen in there. Shouting them out. Breaking Bad is the greatest show of all time. Yeah, it's very good. Let's see, what else? John Case is right because someone would have sued them by now. Exactly right. Exactly right. Yangi says, all right, I'm going to dip and finish getting ready. Catch you later. Hey, catch you later, Yangi. We appreciate you dropping by. One love for you. We appreciate you. Keep it right. Keep it nice. Keep it tight. You know what it is. Boom, boom, boom. I feel like, and you guys tell me what you think. There's something about the kind of person that ends up in these chats. I've been thinking about this a lot. I appreciate you guys more than you know, right? This is a cool new thing. And I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy the live streams and making the videos and this whole YouTube thing. I really appreciate having this in my life. It means a lot to me. But let me tell you something. I'm fascinated by you cats, okay? My wife asked me, and some of my friends asked me recently, they said, who are these people? I said, which people? They said, who are these people that are in your chat? Who are these people in the live stream that are showing up with no notice? Who are these people? What's going on here? And I didn't have an answer for them. I didn't have an answer for them. Who are these people? I was one of these people. I still am one of these people. You know, 8 o'clock at night, I'm in Sav's stream. I'm in the chat. I'm engaged. What does it say about this group? What does it say? That we're all attracted to this men's support group? Is that what it is? It's starting to feel like a coping group. We literally are always talking about hope and cope. We're all here to pat each other on the back. Tordai, yes, my wife lives in my house. We live together as a married couple. I don't know if is that clear. Yee says companies like to keep their IPs protected, which makes complete sense. Absolutely. But there's certainly Nintendo. Come to mind when there's a bit extreme in the whole thing. Yeah, Nintendo, Disney, some of them are really up their ass about it. Have you seen Roundtable 3? Yes, I did. Of course I did. Zach Cox is a very smart dude. He's been around forever, huh? Get used to a VPA because it's only going to go up from here, said Jay Savage. Blah. You know what it is. Blah, blah. If you're watching the stream, if you're here, tuned in to Vinewood Public Access, the #1 fan-created GTA Talk radio station, and you're not subscribed to this channel, get your goddamn life together and drop a sub. Drop a subscription on us. Help us get to that 1,000, baby. We're so close. We're almost like 50 away, 50-something away. Come on now. Drop the subscription on it. Drop a like on the stream. Are you watching the stream? We got like 12, 15, something like that people in here. Do we have that many likes on the stream? Come on now. I love Zach Cox. He's the OG, one of the first YouTubers, GTA YouTubers. That's right. Me and Easy Does It talking a while earlier about the community and how good it can be. It is. It is absolutely. It is absolutely a great community. There's so much support. I'm just a guy living on a small island with big dreams. What's the small island that you live on, dude? Which small island? I was still in school, still a kid when he started the nostalgia. Yeah. I'm walking to a store blasting you loud at 8 a.m. I feel alive. Ladies and gentlemen, this deserves a different vibe. Let's go. We got to crank it up. Let's go. I don't care what time it is. I don't care that it's almost midnight in Vinewood where I live. I don't give a fuck. Because we got to get it going for Blind Fury. Blind Fury's walking to the store. Blind Fury's walking to the store, everybody, on the streets of Scotland. Everybody look out. Look out for fucking Kyle. Hayden, we're fans, we're storytellers, we're night owls, and you made a room where we all fit. Man, stop tugging on my heartstrings. You'll make me cry. I haven't cried like this since the Sprunk recall, baby. Come on now. I know you can't talk on anything. You can completely pass on this, but pillow talk is such a fascinating concept. I agree with you. Easy Does It says, I live on one of the Scottish Isles. Oh, so do you know Blind Fury in real life? You guys are both in Scotland. I didn't know that. Are you guys friends in your life? John K says, what do you think about all these people insisting that this will be the last GTA? Do you think that's true? I think it's possible, especially for the online. Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I think it's hard to say because I think the development of AI and gaming and stuff like that here's what I think. I think GTA 6 could, and I've considered making a video about this. A lot of people have already. GTA 6 could end up being the last big game made by human beings. Because, like, the mocap and the voice capture is all human beings. And the writing and all of this stuff. And I just don't know. I don't know if they'll ever make a game with this many people's hands on it. And voices and bodies. Like, I think a lot of everybody, I'm not talking about Rockstar, I'm talking about everybody who makes video games. I think video game making is going to change so fundamentally in the next, 5 years that the idea of making a game like this again won't even be a thing. Easy Does It in Blind Fury says, man, Scotland's not a big place. Man. I keep yawning, which means my clock is ticking. I'm only going to be able to do that. AI won't bring the soul humans can, in my own personal opinion. I think that's probably true. But we'll see what happens. That could go either way. If GTA 6 is Fortnite and Roblox, it's the last GTA ever with new content and online every day. I mean, I'm cool with a version of that. But I do think that there is a crew of people that keep Rockstar Games what it is, right? There's a few people who are going to still want to make stuff. And I think the idea that they never make a Grand Theft Auto game again is pretty wild. I just don't think the way they make it is going to be consistent with what we've come to expect. But that being said, GTA 6 is nothing like what we've come to expect. They're playing by totally different rules now. Every time people now say things like, well, they've never done this in the past, and I've said shit like that, so I'm mocking myself. But man, half the time that they say it, I'm like, so what? This is new. And then they break those rules. How many times in the last year have you heard, well, once they set a date, or not the last year, I guess, but since May. Once they set a date, May 26th, once they set a date, you're good. They never change it. They did. Fuck you. Fuck are you, asshole. They don't care. Game's not done. Sorry. It's just what it is. Oh. Boredom. It does matter. It does matter. You're not wrong. Our country isn't ready. The soul of AI art doesn't matter to the mass consumer who just want content in general. Yeah, I think you're largely true. It's sad, but it's true. I think it does matter, but we shall see. I said that, yeah. The first delay after a set date. Oh, I see what you're saying, Jay. Yeah, I truly believed we were getting it in May. Yeah, me too. Me too. I had a post on TikTok that was like, hot take, I think it's actually going to come out in May like they said it is. And it like popped off and then it got delayed and then it really popped off. So, nailed that. I would bet my lungs that it's getting delayed a third time. I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath, right? I'm not going to hold my breath. Absolutely not. Who knows? GTA 5 and RDR2 got delayed 3 times. That's true. But they also didn't take 14 years to make, you know? So it's not exactly the same thing. Again, the precedents. Don't worry about the precedents too much, folks. Things change. People change. Lives move on. New things occur, baby. If you're just tuning in, because I'm seeing that that's happening. You're on Vinewood Public Access, the number one fan-created GTA Talk radio station. I'm your host, Rob Morris. And it is a beautiful, beautiful night in Vinewood, if I'm being honest with you. It is raining outside. I should get footage of that. Music name, Vinewood Public Access Chat Music. That's what it's called. All the music, pretty much, that you hear, with very few exceptions, on my channel. Very few exceptions. It's all mine. I made it. It's my music. And I don't give them titles. I just mix tracks and loops and stuff like that. Because I'm so afraid of copyright strikes. Like, rather than go look up other people's stuff. You know what I mean? Rather than go and look up other people's copyright-free music, you add that to a video, you do all this work, you use the music, and then you upload it to YouTube, and it immediately is like, all right, well, we found it. So it's just not worth it. So I make all of my music from the ground up. All of it. To be fair, GTA 5 and RDR 2 had one internal delay and two public delays. Same for GTA 6. But yeah, we can't really judge precedent because it's just up in the air. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Tommy Singles is in my bed because he makes me tingles. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Don't get us hot and bothered. This is a fucking family show. Unless your name is Sam Hauser or Strauss Zelnick, you won't know. That is a great point. Very well made about that. Very well made about that. Unless you are running the show right now, even the people who work there don't know what the fuck is going on. That is notorious. That is absolutely notorious. Yeah. The speculation on release is a complete waste of time because that's like trying to understand, you know, how a building is getting built behind a curtain. Like, you don't know. All you know is that the little guy keeps coming out saying it's not ready yet. And in this case, the little guy is the little hobbit man, Sam Hauser. Rob is in GTA 6 in the video realistic graphics. That's right. This is animated right now. This isn't even real video. This is just really good animation. And then some old, not so good animation behind me. That's what it is. Love this video format. News, do more. Oh, Tordai, are you talking about GTA Tonight? The video that I posted today. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I'll keep my flirting for Bav. Oh no, you can flirt here if you need to. Do what you need to do, buddy. Speaking of flirting with Bav, is Sav not just in love with that dude? I know he's married with kids, but every time Bav comes up, Sav is like, oh boy. He gets so excited. Am I wrong? Are you going to tell me that I'm wrong? Are you going to tell me that I'm wrong? He wore a crown and he came down in a bubble, Doug. Come on. You know what it is. I know this is obviously just speculation, but how cool would it be to get an updated Los Santos DLC in GTA 6 with all the buildings finished? Would be sick to see Los Santos with GTA 6 graphics. I would rather see Liberty City, man. I would rather see Liberty City. If I'm being honest with you. If I'm going to see one, I'd rather see Liberty. Update that one. Put the work in on that. Give me a new Los Santos in like 10 years. Because I've played through Los Santos and Vinewood just about enough. Just about enough. It seems the rumors were true about RDR1 on mobile and not RDR2. It's the same port. No. Yeah, no, I see your point. Sav and Bav are partners. Oh, they're partners, all right. They have a podcast together. You know what I mean? He just gets so rosy when he talks to him. I think it's cute. Watching Sav help Bav learn how to play Ark was so wholesome. I did not see that stream, but that sounds super cute. Liberty City's where my heart is. I'd love a remaster of 4. I'd love a remaster of 4, but I also just love them to update the map to modern times and bring it into the GTA 6 zeitgeist of it all, you know? I hope they don't get rid of mocap for AI. That would suck. So much realism comes from it. Did you know people found the NPC that Ned Luke mocap based on how he sat down? I didn't know that, but I believe it. That makes sense to me. Oh, I'm cuter than Sav and Bav, he says. You heard it here, folks. Blind Fury says I'm cuter than both of them. Of course, Bav's animated, but I'll take the compliment. Shout out to Las Venturas. Luca, did I tell you my Las Venturas idea? Do you want to hear my Las Venturas idea? I'm going to have to wrap it up pretty soon, folks. I'll be honest with you. I'm fading a little bit, but I have one last thing that I will do. Some people have probably already heard it. If you want to hear it, I have the perfect way to bring Las Venturas into GTA 6. Using my storytelling predictor brain to come up with the most perfect Las Venturas introduction in GTA 6. Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Yeah, John K., we're about to shut it down, brother. Okay. Here's the Las Venturas theory. Oh, of course, my concurrent viewers always peak right before I leave. My God. It's always the short streams. It takes like an hour to get everybody in here. We're literally at peak concurrent right now. What's up, everybody? If you're just joining us, we're on Vinewood Public Access, the #1 fan-created GTA talk radio station, and I am about to break down my theory for how Las Venturas needs to be in GTA 6. So let me tell you. After you subscribe to the channel, if you're not subscribed and you're listening to my voice right now, hit that subscribe button because I'm about to drop some knowledge on you. I'm an actual screenwriter. I'm an American screenwriter and TV producer, and I know how stories get told, baby. And I have dreamt up the best Las Venturas thing. Here it is. I'm going to say Lucia. Okay? Let's just call it Lucia, because it really doesn't matter who it is. Here is the idea. So you're playing as Lucia. You get knocked out. Okay? Like unconscious. And then you wake up and you realize you don't know how long you've been asleep. You don't know where you are. You don't know what's going on. You don't know who knocked you out. But you do know. You're on a plane. Flying through the air. Don't know how long. Don't know how long you've been flying through the air, where you are, what's going on. But you assume, because you've been playing the game for a little while, you assume that you're flying over Leonida, maybe, north. But you don't know how long you've been asleep, man, because you could be anywhere at this point on this plane. So there's some sort of struggle on the plane. You grab a parachute. You jump out. And it's pitch black everywhere you look. Halo jump. No moon. It's like dark. And you just dive out into the plane. Out of the plane. You're hurtling towards the ground into like darkness, but you can see there's like a light. There's like a little light. And that light starts getting bigger. And bigger. And bigger. And then suddenly you realize you are parachuting, skydiving towards the Las Vegas Strip. But it's the Las Venturas Strip, of course. So you're seeing it get bigger as you get closer to it. This little city that's just the Las Venturas Strip, right? And that actually gives you the depth perception. Because if you're skydiving at night, you don't know where anything is. You hit the fucking ground because you don't know how high you are up, right? It's hard to see it. No moon. So you're skydiving into Las Venturas at night, and you literally land on the strip, just like shh, doo-goo, and the lights are all around you. And someone was like, "Oh, the inside of the casinos and gambling, blah blah blah." I'm not talking about going in the casinos. I'm not even talking about interiors. Fuck interiors, dude. I'm talking about just that experience of the skydive into it. And then you get some sort of, they catch you outside, you walk into a place, cut scene, whatever. Suddenly you see the huge sphere watching you fall. Yes! Yes, the sphere, dude. I hadn't even thought about how the sphere would be there, man. The sphere would have to be there. Oh, my God. That's great. The sphere. I'm telling you. This is my dream for Las Venturas. Okay? The other thing is I want to find out that Lucia is related to Luis Lopez from Ballad of Gay Tony. That's my other big thing. I really want to find that to be true. I want him... I want him to be related so bad because I love the Ballad of Gay Tony and I want Luis Lopez to come back so badly. Oh, that would be fantastic. I'm excited just thinking about it. Those two things. And that would be an interesting twist too, because what if Luis has moved to Vegas to like run a casino or something like that? Man, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see Luis Lopez again. They brought back Gay Tony. They brought back Yusuf Amir. They brought back Rocco in the GTA 5 story. There's so many crossovers with that DLC, man. Ballad of Gay Tony is fucking peak, dude. Come on. Got me excited for the game. Jerry Kapowitz moves there. Yeah, Jerry Kapowitz, man. People are gonna be pissed if that guy's not there. Tony Prince, love that guy. Mentions Luis often. Yeah, absolutely. Luca works with Tony. We can get up money. We can get up money. That's not the worst Yusuf Amir impression that you've ever heard. Come on. I can only do that one line. The Ballad of Gay Tony won't come out today. I don't know about that. Maybe. They might call it something else. Alda Napoli mentions moving there. Tony and Luis. Yeah, true. I hope they don't forget about Kapowitz and 6. I don't think they will, man. I don't think they will. We getting it up money. Is that better? I went a lot deeper on that. That's what she said. Okay, so that's my Las Venturas theory. I told you I would tell you. If you are tuned in right now to Vinewood Public Access, the #1 fan-created GTA talk radio station, I ask you for a favor. I ask you for a favor, my friends. It's important. Please, drop a subscribe if you haven't already. If you're fucking with this, keep fucking with us. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing this live stream thing. Let's see how the radio is without Laszlo. Go watch my video on it if you haven't. I made a video about that. They typically don't bring back playable characters, so I'm not full of hope. Yeah, well, they brought back Johnny Klebitz so they could kill him. They could bring back Luis to explain that his daughter or niece is Lucia. They did it, you know? They just didn't bring Nico back. And they haven't brought back Luis yet. So. Absolutely everybody, hit the sub, hit the like, help us get to 1,000. Of course, now we have 20 concurrents. Get out of here. I'm trying to leave. And more people keep dropping by to say what's up. I'm so appreciative. God, I love doing this thing so much. This radio station and this channel, God, it gives me life, man. It gives me life. You give me life, people. And let me tell you, we're doing something special over here. You're a part of something special. If you love GTA, if you love Red Dead Redemption, if this is your shit, this is what you fuck with. Keep fucking with us. Because I'm going to be making a lot of new content. I got a year to make content. See you, Rob. It's getting late and I'm falling asleep. I'm heading out now. John K., I'm trying to leave too, man. It's hard to leave you assholes. But I really do appreciate it. Here's what we're going to do. I hope you get on the round table soon, Rob. Yeah, maybe. Someday. We'll see. We'll see about that. Get on the round table. Yeah. We'll see about that. Also, GTA 6 o'clock. I have gotten emails from those guys. So we'll see about that. We'll see how it all shakes out. We actually have to get things booked and recorded before I can brag about being a part of them. That's got to happen first. This was a great stream so far. This has been really great. We're going to wrap it up with the radio like we always do. I'm going to let Blind Fury decide tonight because why not? Blind Fury, we got broadcast day 1, broadcast day 2. We did Halloween last night, so I think we mix it up. How do we close it out with the radio for everybody? You tell me. What are we going with? We just run ads on loop. That's not going to get as many views, I don't think. I don't think that's going to work. Day 1. All right. And for those... Oh, he also says day 1. Very good. Yeah, great stream besides Stream Elements, who blew my chat earlier and my whole stream. Man, God, that was so annoying. I'm going to get it fixed, guys, and then we'll have the soundboard and stuff back and all that different fun stuff that Stream Elements normally brings. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, Nutbuster. Man, Nutbuster is my favorite thing. I'm going to make Nutbuster hats and t-shirts. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, last question for real, and then we're going to go. Drop it in the chat on the way out, and you can stay and listen to the radio and drop it in the chat. I'm going to make merch. We're going to make hats, mugs, and shirts. Those are the 3 things I'm most interested in, and stickers. I want you guys to tell me which of those things is the most exciting to you and what different parts of VPA you would put on there. So if you want a Nutbuster shirt, I don't know if I can sell that because that's their logo, but I might be able to put Ahmed on it and like his phrase, like a phrase or 2 of his. Tell my mom I sent you or something like that. So if you have ideas for merch, please drop it so that we can get that going. Also, join the Discord. The Discord is on one of our community posts, and I'll start putting it in the live stream description. That'll be a better idea. SO and Nutbuster and VPA hats and shirts. Absolutely agree with that. All right, you guys. Let us know what kind of merch you want. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get it going soon. And thank you for dropping by Vinewood Public Access, the #1 fan-created GTA talk radio station. I'm Rob Morris, your host. And I'm going to have to give it over to Mr. Tommy Singles. You guys have a good night.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access. Vinewood
Public Access.
Where big-time dreams meet downtown delusion.
Good morning, everyone. We are into the wee hours here in Los Santos, which means the freeways are empty, the coyotes are getting bold, and the only people awake are cab drivers, insomniacs, and the guy in my building who plays drums with his forehead. You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access, the only station in the city with more dead air than funding, and if you're wondering why I'm still here, well, so am I. Until someone books this godforsaken time slot, or until Kevin updates our grant paperwork, we're required to broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Public Access never sleeps.
even if I desperately want to. Now, earlier tonight, in a moment of weakness and misplaced optimism, I went to Studio Los Santos in Del Perro. Don't ask me why. I think I had some delusion about reconnecting with the kids and what they're doing. Maybe I just wanted somewhere dark to be sad, but there I am, wedged between bottle service and regret, and I spot him. Laszlo. Yeah, the Laszlo. That Laszlo. If you grew up outside Vice City like I did, Laszlo was it. Voice of a generation, big personality, no filter. He made radio feel like rebellion. It was inspiring. Now, he's in the DJ booth at Studio Los Santos, but he's not DJing. He's warming up the crowd, telling jokes, like real estate jokes. Something about a mortgage rate and a bottle service deduction. I think someone threw a vape pen at him or something, but he fell off the back of the stage, and it's hard to watch your heroes literally fall from grace and age out of relevance, especially when you've structured your entire adult bitterness around their model. And now he's there, floundering, while I'm here ranting into the void in the mid-morning on a station held together with duct tape and city negligence. Oh, there's actually a caller on the line. Huh. All right, enough of that. All right, caller, you're on the line and you're up very early calling into the radio. How can we help?
Tommy, I just don't get it. I light my love attraction candle every morning, and yet not one man has knocked on my door. It's been months and no one shows up. All the while, I sit here in my sweatpants, spooning tuna into my cat's mouth because her jaw doesn't work, alone. I'm starting to think it was a waste of a $400 candle. Anyway, thanks for keeping me company, Tommy. Say hi to Kevin for me.
Well, you know, they say, if at first you don't succeed, eat, pray, and light another candle. I don't know. And no, I will not say hello to Kevin for you. I do not say hello to Kevin for me. Next. Hello? You're on Vinewood Public Access. Who is this? Who? Oh my God. What the fuck is this? What? No. Hello? Kev? Is this? Excuse me. Can you even hear me? No, let's cut. We need to cut this off. Cut this off. Kevin. Cut this off. What the fuck, dude? No. Wait, hey, wake up. I don't give a fuck, dude. Look, if I have to be awake, you have to be awake. We have to do this. And there's this like random guy breathing some nasty shit on the phone. What? How did he even get through? I want my button back. I want the little button back that I had that hangs up on people. I don't give a shit. Get it fixed. God, I can't even with you, dude. Fucking go to commercial. Go to fucking commercial, please.
Do you want to be a post-apocalyptic millionaire while your neighbors are resorting to cannibalism? Do you want to be living the good life or having to eat your children in order to survive? Call Monetary Science today. We buy gold and other precious metals, from silver and platinum to lead and aluminum, including the foil. You're only a few gold bars away from being the king of the apocalypse, my friend, with your choice of all the women, wine, and food that makes it through the end of days. Seriously, when things go down, women flock to the man on top of the hill with the shiny shit, and no matter how fat, balding, or boring he is. $1 invested in gold in 1800 would be worth over $15 today, or maybe more. Now that's a smart investment. You will become the post-apocalyptic banker and really stick it to the masses. That is, if you can avoid being robbed blind by marauding outlaws. Gold is trading at a 200-year high, so now is the time to buy. Call in today at Monetary Science. We're Armageddon proof.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood
Public Access.
Because, like, what are we even doing right now? Listen up. Welcome back to Vinewood Public Access. Just want to remind everybody, tonight we've got a new episode of The Getaway Chronicles with Angela Steele. You don't want to miss it.